of mine. I didn't want to say old colleague of mine because she certainly is not old.
Yeah, but hang on. That could be a reference to yourself if you wanted to go down that road.
That's true.
You did say you were
long-standing. I'll stick to long-standing. Long-standing. Now, this is the ideal motor car for a
Absolutely. And you must hear the crowd. They went absolutely berserk. In fact, they got an encore to do it again afterwards.
They go quicker second time around.
If you have a look on the bottom there, he's got no more exhaust. That's fallen off. And it is loud.
France loves these little these classic cars. It is.
Francis from Lloyd's TSB International had an absolute blast.
Oh no, man! I mean, that's a car that you use to do parallel parking. Back to Marius. Oops.
No, this is IE and Dolph.
Of
Yeah,
course.
in the other Lloyd's TSB vehicle.
Just missed the number there.
And the bad boys with their lights and everything else.
So why are they known as the bad boys then? Are they...
I could tell you, but
Rather not.
Yeah,
Rather not.
just leave it.
Family program.
Yeah. No, what a wonderful bunch of guys. Yes, Captain Chaos and Rob Skay. If you ever wanted to find a hooligan, this was it.
Well, I mean, you can see why it's called Captain Chaos, isn't it?
HMS Trouble.
Is that an M3?
It is an M3 Cabriolet. We're allowed to say
Cabriolet.
that.
We're allowed to say
Yeah.
Cabriolet.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
So the Cannonball Run 2010 will be happening, the Roundtable Cannonball Run, in August next year. And if people want to get hold of us, they can do so on www.cannonballrun.co.za.
Pretty simple.
Yep. There's Francois.
Have you had any big level of interest yet?
Oh yeah, we've already got 20 entries, and we only take 40, so things are tying up very quickly.
Don't want to give away whereabouts the event is going to take place.
We're going to start in Joburg, Hendrik, like we do every year. And
Now that's a
all I'm
surprise.
giving you.
That's a surprise.
But we are doing the Cape Town version in March, which will be earlier in the year. So that'll give the guys down in Cape Town an opportunity
How's
to...
the entries going for that event?
haven't opened them up yet, but we'll be doing so very shortly.
Okay. Back to the action, the SLK 55 AMG.
It's Bunny and his wife.
Can I ask you why he's called Bunny?
He doesn't like the word rabbit. I don't know. I have never asked him. I'll ask him next time I see him.
Like a tall guy is called Tiny. So that sort of thing is.
Possible.
That's what you do
Throw
with
it
the
around.
big BMW 5
Throw it around.
Use the power, do the slide, play for the crowd, why not? That's what it's all about.
That's Ricky from Autoworks really giving it some stick.
Now another tricky car to do Gymkhana with is a four-wheel drive car.
Which of course this is.
Yep. They can't do too many tight corners too fast.
And they were all dressed up as paramedics, hence the red light on the top of the car.
So the judges are still judging the various internal competitions like the best dressed,
Yep. All the way through. So
best spirit, and
Yeah.
things like that.
So you can get dressed all up on the first night and then not do it again. You're not going to win the
Yeah,
prize. So
sure.
it's those who really get stuck in. This is one of the veterans of the event, Elmine van Wyk, in her Toyota Bucky.
I think you mentioned it earlier on, Ross, that funny as it may sound, experience on this event does actually count a lot.
It does count. I think though the guys get a bit carried away, and yes, Sandy and Mark, they get a bit carried away in the fact that they're in their cars and they want to dice with people, but it's not about that. So the minute they work out that if you do actually stick to the speed limits, is when you're going to achieve.
And if you cheat cleverly,
I don't know what you mean. You can't cheat cleverly. You can only just be a cheater. Creatively. I don't want to condone anything.
cooperate with each other.
You know, this is Laura and Cornet. Laura was taking part in the fastest lady competition. It's going all sorts of ways here. But also a very nice car.
I think that's an understatement. That is a fantastic motor car, and it's not slow either.
Was certainly not slow with her behind the wheel.
Did you say she competed in the fastest lady?
Yeah, so we have a section where if the ladies drive through all the sporting events, they could qualify for the fastest lady of the event, which is only applicable to the sporting events, not on the actual road itself.
And to ladies.
And to ladies. So, I wouldn't be
eligible. No, I would never have imagined that. So let's just understand that there's no fastest man competition.
No.
No, why not?
because there's too many men, I think.
What's he got on the back?
Mickey Mouse. Look at the little ears on the top there. This is his tail.
Okay.
Look on the side on the fenders there. There's a little whiskers.
So that's
Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse.
That's Mickey and Minnie.
Yep. This is
the tail.
Marius and his daughter.
Karen, yeah. There's his own tail there.
See, Mickey. Now here's a special entry. This is the black SLK of Greg Pinches and his co-driver Donovan. Greg is a paraplegic, and that car is maneuvered by hand apparatus.
Okay, so he's got that adaptation mechanism.
Yes, and the adaptation to his face as well. I think that's from some horror movie.
Both of them.
Yeah.
You mean, are they masking something, or are they trying to?
You're so witty. That's very good.
It's late in the day, as you can see by the shadows. I was waiting for this.
This is your favorite car, by the sound of it.
Absolutely. There's nothing like V8 sound late in the afternoon.
It is nice.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
See what I mean?
No, it's a beautifully turned out car, and I tell you, it's like the Formula One cars. If you go and have a look at that car close up, the color on that car, like the Formula One cars, it's deceptive on the TV, but you should see the color in real life. It's immaculate. It's unbelievable.
Like high definition television.
That's it.
Yep.
It's probably about as close as you can get to.
There's a little spider.
Here's the LSC entered vehicle, the Oscars as we nicknamed them over the weekend.
And they carried these costumes basically
the whole time. And they've got a little statue who looks like Oscar, all gold.
Okay.
It's Sean and Philip. They're from the hospitality industry, and they had a lot of fun.
That's clear. That is absolutely clear. And so they should. And the Lotus Elise.
Yeah.
Another ideal car for this kind of competition.
Supercharged. And it turns on a dime, this thing. The Respiratory Care Africa entered vehicle of Sean and Michelle. Wonderful car.
And you can see how nimble it is as well. As I say, absolutely ideal for this kind of exercise. See how they do the parallel parking? Oh! So after all that, Zach and Sonia van der Merwe came out on top in that immaculate Maserati, ahead of Philip Meyer and Sean, Derek and Ilse Smallberger fourth. Time for the prize giving now, after 3 days of hard work. But first, let's talk to our international sponsor.
Hi, I'm Francis Law from Lloyds TXP International. We are Africa's best kept secret. The purpose of coming to sponsor the Cannonball Run is to bring our name to the attention of high net worth customers or prospective customers, and let them see who we are and what we do. We've had a whale of a time supporting the Cannonball Run. It's a fantastic event, and it's one I'd recommend to sponsor.
The Cannonball Run has become an event on our annual calendar for Lamborghini Johannesburg and obviously Lamborghini Cape Town. It's an opportunity for us to expose our product. We were fortunate enough to have 5 Lamborghinis on the tour this year. It's great to see the cars on the road. I invite my customers along, and they can enjoy their motor cars, see some beautiful scenery in the country. And I suppose the underlying fact is that there's a good cause that goes with it.
My involvement in Cannonball Run this year is firstly as a sponsor, secondly as a participant, and it's probably the 5th Cannonball Run that we've participated in. I think it's the 3rd one that RCA has sponsored. And what do we want to get out of it? Well, I think firstly it's a hell of a lot of fun. It's a great opportunity to drive our cars and see the country and really get excited about it. But I think there's a real opportunity to help people through the event. And I think if you look at today where we donated specialized mattresses, there's instant gratification. You see people that need it, you give them the items, and you honestly believe that you've made a difference.
The results of day 3, Gordon and Philip ahead of Chris and Sharon, and that's a bit of a surprise that they seem to have paid some attention this year, and Zach and Sonia in 3rd.